Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Word Unlocked. I am Jake.
And I am Sarah. Welcome. This is the podcast where we make English simple, natural, and easy to understand.
That's right. Every episode, we unlock the secret to using a new English word or phrase.
Today, we have a very useful word. It is a word you hear in business, on the news, and in daily life.
The word for today is despite.
Jake, this word can be a little tricky for English learners, right?
Yes, it can. Many people know what it means, but they make small grammar mistakes when they use it.
Well, today we are going to fix that. We will teach you exactly how to use it perfectly.
Before we look at our word chunks, let's talk about the basic meaning. Sarah, what does despite mean?
It means something happens even though there's a problem. It shows a surprise or a contrast.
Exactly. Imagine two things that do not match. For example, it is raining very hard, but you go for a walk anyway.
Most people stay inside when it rains.
Right. So we use this word to show that surprising action. You went for a walk despite the rain.
It tells the listener, hey, this is surprising. The problem did not stop the action.
Perfect. Now let's unlock our 5 word chunks for today.
Chunk number 1 is the main grammar rule. It is despite plus a noun or an action word ending in ing.
Listen very carefully here. You must never say despite of. That is always incorrect.
Never say despite of. Just say despite.
After the word despite, you need a noun like the rain or the cold.
Or you need a verb ending in ing, like working or trying.
Here is our example sentence. Despite working all weekend on the servers, the engineering team couldn't fix the critical bug.
Oh, that is a terrible feeling. They worked all weekend long.
Yes, that's the verb with ing, working. They tried very hard.
But they did not fix the bug. The problem stopped them. We use despite working to show this sad surprise.
Great explanation. Let's move to chunk number 2.
Chunk number 2 is despite the fact that.
Why do we add the fact that? That makes it very long.
We use this when we want to say a full and complete sentence after the word despite.
Ah, I see. A full sentence needs a subject and a verb.
Exactly. You cannot put a full sentence directly after despite. You need to say despite the fact that first.
Here is the example sentence. The CEO refused to cancel the product launch despite the fact that the software was constantly crashing.
Wait, the software was crashing and they launched the product anyway?
Yes, it sounds like a very bad business decision.
Notice the grammar here. The software was constantly crashing is a full sentence.
So we can't just say, despite the software was crashing. We have to say, despite the fact that the software was constantly crashing.
Exactly. Let's look at chunk number 3 now.
Chunk number 3 is despite our best efforts.
This is a very common phrase in professional business English.
Yes, we use this when we have to give bad news to a client or a boss.
It's a very polite way to say, we tried really hard, but we failed. It makes the bad news feel a little softer.
Here is the example sentence. Despite our best efforts to recover the lost data, the corrupted files are completely unreadable.
Oh no, the files are gone forever.
Yes, but saying despite our best efforts shows the client that you worked very hard on the problem.
It sounds much better than just saying, we can't read the files. It shows you care.
Okay, chunk number 4 is a much happier phrase.
I love this one. It's succeed despite the odds, or succeed despite the circumstances.
What does this mean, Sarah?
It means achieving a huge victory. You win even though there are very big and unfair barriers in your way.
like a very small person beating a giant.
Yes, exactly like that.
Here is the example sentence. The tiny local startup managed to win the massive government contract despite facing stiff competition from global tech giants.
Wow, a tiny local company beat the big global companies?
Yes, they succeeded despite the circumstances. They faced stiff competition, which means very difficult competition.
It's always a great story when the small guy wins.
Now for our final chunk, number 5.
Chunk number 5 is an alternative phrase. It's in spite of.
This phrase means the exact same thing as despite.
But it's 3 words instead of 1 word. In, spite, and of.
This is where people get confused. They mix the two phrases together and say despite of.
Which is always wrong. Remember, it's only despite or in spite of.
Let's hear the example sentence for this one. They managed to deliver the project on time in spite of the massive budget cuts.
They lost a lot of money, but they still finished on time.
Yes, you could also say despite the massive budget cuts. Both are perfectly correct.
Just choose one and stick with it.
Okay, it is time for our real life stories. Sarah, do you have a story using our word today?
I do, and it is about cooking.
Oh, I know you love to bake. What happened?
Well, last week I tried to bake a chocolate cake for my sister's birthday.
That sounds nice. How was it?
It was a disaster. The cake was as hard as a rock, despite the fact that I followed the recipe perfectly.
Oh no! A rock cake?
Yes, despite my best efforts, nobody could eat it. We had to buy ice cream instead.
Well, ice cream is always good.
Could you solve? What about you, Jake? Do you have a story?
I do. Last month, I went hiking in the mountains with a friend.
I remember you telling me about that. It was very cold, right?
Yes, it was freezing, but we reached the top of the mountain despite the terrible weather.
That is very impressive.
It was hard, but the view was beautiful. We succeeded despite the tough circumstances.
I love it. Okay, let's do a quick wrap-up of what we learned today.
Today, we talked about the word despite. We learned 5 chunks.
Number 1, despite plus a noun or ing verb. Never despite of.
Number 2, despite the fact that, followed by a full sentence.
Number 3, despite our best efforts, used for polite bad news.
Number 4, succeed despite the odds when you win against a big challenge.
And number 5, in spite of, which is the exact same as despite, but uses 3 words.
Now it is time for your homework. We want you to try writing your own sentence.
Think of a time you did something very difficult. Finish this sentence. I finished my work despite.
Practice using a noun or an ing verb. Say it out loud.
It's the best way to remember.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Word Unlocked.
Wait, I don't think warmth is on the list. Let me try that again. Keep practicing and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
We will see you next time.
Bye, everyone!